Okay, this is section 4.7, number 13 and 17. I really hope you took that time to work those problems out so you can check your work to see how check your understanding of the problems. So I'm going to go over number 13 first. Here we have an inequality, and I'm going to treat it just the same as an equation unless I'm multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Then we have to flip the direction. So the first thing I need to do is clear these parentheses. So we have 2x plus 2 less than or equal to 3x minus 24. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I have 2 less than or equal to negative 20. Oh, I lost my x for a moment. X minus 24. And I add 24 to both sides. So 26 is less than or equal to x. Notice x is on the right side, so I cannot graph based on the direction of this. I have to read it. We could flip this, and then that would be x is greater than or equal to 26. Notice the bigger side of the inequality is on the x, is still on the same side. So this one here, I can graph with the direction that the inequality is pointing. So if I graph this, I do not want to start at 0. That's a big number. I want to make sure I have 26 and then have some numbers around it. You do not need to have lots of numbers. You just need to make sure you have at least the number we're dealing with. It has an equal sign, so that means I'm going to put a closed circle. This tells me since x is on the left side, I can graph the same direction it's facing, but we want to check. Pick any of these numbers over here and put in there. We could put 150, because 150 is way down there, right? And we could go, is it greater than or equal to 26? Yes. So we know it works. You can pick any number that you shaded to put back in there and see if it works. If it does not work, you need to reassess. So here's my graph. The next thing I want to do is do the interval notation. So that means I need to have a bracket because that's closed. And I put my 26 and my comma. And then where do I stop? Where is my last solution? Is it 100? Nope. 101? 500? A million? 10 million? I don't know. So I'm just going to put it as infinity. And in infinity, we always put a parentheses. So hopefully you got that, or if you have any questions, you know what to do now. You email me or Zoom with me. So over here on this one, we have fractions. So I wanted to revisit with the fractions because they're not going away. We always have them. I know that in Unit 1, you're like, yes, we're done with fractions, but no, we're not. So we notice we have a 3, a 5, a 10, and a 5 for denominators here. I don't want fractions. Let's get rid of them. How do we get rid of the fractions? We multiply every term by the LCD. Well, what is the LCD of 3, 5, 10, and 5? And it would be, remember I said it has to be at least a common denominator. So 3, 5, 10, and 5. 15 doesn't work, but you know what does work? 30 works. So I'm going to multiply every term by 30. Every term. So then 3 goes into 30 10 times, so this would be 20, minus 5 goes into 30 6 times. 6 times 4 would be negative 24. X greater than or equal to. 10 goes into 30 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9x. 5 goes into 30 6 times, so 6 times 1 is 6. If you still have a fraction, then you did something wrong. We want to get rid of those fractions. So the next thing is we just simplify and move things around and we solve it. So I'm going to subtract 9x. 20 minus 30, this would be 33. X greater than or equal to 6. Sorry, I had a brain lapse there for a second. I'm going to subtract 20 here. Negative 33 greater than or equal to negative 14. Uh-oh, what happened to my x? I lost him. Got to pick him back up. Now, what am I going to do with this? I have to divide by whatever. This does not mean I need to add it. It's being multiplied. Negative 33 times x. So I need to divide by negative 33. And we have x. What happens to the inequality? Why do we need to flip it? Because we divided by a negative. So I'm going to flip the direction, and now this is negative to negative, and this will be 14 over 33, and I'm done. Yes, you can have fractions, you can have decimals. We don't need to simplify that because you can't simplify it. All right, so I hope y'all did a great job, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.